the LA Sparks ownership just made a move to potentially bring in Caitlin Clark, White, Indiana Fever, Kelly Crosskoff, Amber Cox, Lynn Dunn. Count your days. The GOAT is gonna get the hell away from you very, very soon.
Indiana's Caitlin Clark is the most watched player in women's professional basketball history. Fever did a player averaged 21.2 points per game in 2026. A player who joined the league has reached previously unheard of levels of WNBA broadcast viewership, a member of a squad that the most talked about team in the sport was one that most people had forgotten about. Would you please consider like this video? Finally, if you like the content, subscribing to the channel. You might be surprised to hear that nearly 92% of visitors have not. Still have a subscription. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. Have you signed up yet? Wonderful. Thank you so much for your assistance, and I'm going back to the video now.
I've already been informed. She is on minutes restriction yet again. She will be playing 20 to 25 minutes yet again. Stephanie White is going to fuck with her.
Additionally, the head coach of the team refuses to grow around her. She doesn't give her the kind of assistance a famous person would. Caliber should. She takes her spot in games at the worst possible times. She forces her to take part. In a system designed for a different kind of player, Stephanie White is impeding the relocation now that the Los Angeles. The Sparks have made it clear that they are interested in Clark and that of fresh, capable ownership. In order to build something around her, the group is actually putting organizational components in place.
Stephanie White is keeping it her big plan to keep Caitlin Clark on these minute restrictions. Now, we know before last game, Aaliyah Boston did not play. Aaliyah Boston came into this game versus the Phoenix Mercury, played 38 damn minutes. She did not play 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there, pull her out, completely killed her rhythm. Whatever the case is, it's clear to me, and it should be clear to you, that Stephanie White has a clear agenda against Caitlin Clark. She do not want to let her get in the rhythm. She do not want her to be herself.
She won't let Clark go, even if she doesn't truly desire him. As a result, Clark is confined to Indiana, establishing a franchise that she may not wish to stay in. And LA is there, watching, planning, and building.
Being laid. I don't know. I tried to tell you guys, okay? I tried to tell y'all, Michael Thompson, Laker legend, wasn't just saying things just to be saying things. He has intel on what the hell is going on in LA, and especially with this new ownership group, who is the same ownership group that have made big moves for the Lakers. They're looking to make a major splash with.
Before we get into the blocking and drama, you need to understand the Los Angeles Sparks' current situation. Due to the fact that this is not the same franchise that has been out of business for the previous 10 years, that a group headed by Mark Walter is the Sparks owner. The NBA Board of Governors authorized Walter's acquisition of a majority stake in late 2025. He now owns the majority of the Los Angeles Lakers due to interest from the Buss family. Additionally, the Los Angeles Dodgers are Walter's property. He is the CEO of Guggenheim Partners, a global investment firm with over $340 million in assets. This person is not a casual sports fan. This individual is successful. His Dodgers have been competing in the World Series. His Lakers are the Lakers, and his Sparks are the next project.
Right now, if you don't think the LA Sparks got something cooking, you're damn crazy. You're crazy. And if you ain't following the news, you better get to connecting the dots.
Another member of the owning group is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, who has a long-standing personal link to success in Los Angeles. Magic and Walter are not becoming respectable when they have a franchise. They are getting ready to become the story. Additionally, Caitlin Clark is the most prominent tale in women's basketball.
One too, right? Like, she is unique in when the ball crosses half court, it's in the scoring zone. We have our hands full. You can't lose sight of her for a half a second. So we'll mix up what we're doing with her, mix up who's guarding her, but I don't think it matters that she hasn't played here since 24. She is who she is, and you know, as much as her scoring, shooting is a threat, her passing is even more dangerous. So we've got to be locked in, and it's not just, you know, whoever's guarding her. It's got to be all 5 people locked in, head on a swivel, because she's an unbelievable.
Walter and Magic hired Lynn Roberts to manage the basketball department. Throughout her 9 years at Utah, she made the club a dependable contender in the NCAA tournament. She's not a rookie coach attempting to solve problems. She is a builder, and she has been aggressive ever since she walked into the building.
Making a run towards Caitlin Clark. Now, with that being said, last week we seen them sign none other than Kate Martin, one of Caitlin Clark's close friends from Iowa. We've been seeing Caitlin Clark subliminally pull up with her CC1s in the LA Sparks colorway. Now, with that being said, if you mean to tell me that if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. And that's exactly what the LA Sparks is.
In May 2026, the Sparks signed Kate Martin. If you're not paying attention, allow me to explain why it matters. Kate Martin was a teammate of Caitlin Clark at Iowa. She saw the incredible NCAA run. There is a real bond between her and Clark. And she doesn't need a coaching session to explain Clark's style of play during a WNBA season. Kate Martin is not someone you just happen to sign. That is an additional clue, a message. Kelsey Plum comes next. A strong attacking weapon that can cooperate with a ball-controlling guard. The Sparks do more than just collect dead bodies. They're assembling a team to help a point guard who aspires to be creative and possess the ball. They are concentrating on a man they don't even have at the moment.
The beginning of the groundwork. One, Caitlin Clark has a wonderful, wonderful relationship with Cameron Brink that stems back to their Team USA days as high schoolers. Okay, that's one. Two, they brought in Caitlin Clark's best friend in the world. You are my best friend in the whole wide world. Kate Martin in the whole wide world. They brought in Kate Buddy Martin from Iowa, okay? Now, they have decided to part ways with the GM, and they are going to be looking to make...
Talk about what Caitlin Clark is now doing on a basketball court, because as soon as you glance at the figures, the argument for her remaining in Indiana starts to fall apart. She is averaging a career high in 2026. 21.2 points every contest. And her third season as a professional. She is continually improving. She also has another all-star option. She was named MVP of the FIA Women's World Cup qualifying tournament in March 2026.2.557 million people on average watched the. CBS will broadcast the Fever Liberty game on June 6, the second most viewed women's basketball match since 2000 the most watched WNBA game of the season across all networks.
Following up on Caitlin from earlier, she didn't practice yesterday. Why was she not listed on the injury report, or why wasn't the injury report updated like earlier today if she woke up with soreness in her back?
Well, not everybody that doesn't practice or gets a pro day is on the injury report, so that happens all the time. And she wasn't listed on the injury report earlier because we expected her to play.
And is she injured? I guess is a fair question. Is she injured, or is it something other than an injury?
Her back is sore. So if there's anything more detailed than that, that's the training staff.
Do you think the Fever could get fined for not listing her as
No.
on injury?
Let's start with the moment that made everyone stop and concentrate. Fever versus Portland Fire on May 31st. Stephanie White pulls Clark during the first quarter. Later, the Fever lose by a margin of 16 points. 184. The cameras show Clark and White getting into what appears to be a heated argument during a timeout in the second quarter. Clark shakes her head noticeably, gets to her feet, and follows White. Everybody in the country is watching. White later explained that it was a component of the strategy and that it was limited by minutes. However, this is the issue with that theory. Once your best player has been cut, your strategy led to a 16-point loss. However, if the protection cost you the game and the confidence of your top players on national television, White and Clark both publicly declared that there was no issue. Specifically, Clark said, "I ride for Steph." Maybe she was serious because the footage is there, a moment exists amidst a devastating loss. Two competitive people are at odds with each other. Reporters are told by both parties that it was nothing. However, that remains.
So when my neighbor comes up to me and tells me that he's so frustrated he's yelling at the TV because he wants Caitlin to shoot more, and you see social media, of course you do, and we all do, and we see frustration if Caitlin doesn't have the ball or if something goes wrong or if the team doesn't play well in the fourth quarter, all those things that happen in sports. What's your answer to those fans? I don't know that I really have an answer for the fans. I think, I have to answer to our team, and our franchise. And we're trying to win ball games. We're not trying to appease the masses.
There is currently a documented widespread sentiment in Indiana that Caitlin Clark shouldn't be the focal center of the team. At that point, the level of frustration really starts to increase. Individuals associated with the franchise made a direct prediction about it. That if Caitlin Clark is the system, you won't be successful. Think about that for a moment. The driver of your ticket. Sales, TV ratings, jersey sales, cultural significance, and coaching philosophy. The most effective offensive. The system shouldn't be a player on your squad. Reddit users have been making it clear for months. One comment summed it up. Instead of focusing on the enthusiasm surrounding Clark and her fast-paced style of play, White is building a squad around her own. That perspective of view is not unusual. The Sparks wouldn't do that. Regarding Lynn Roberts' goals, Los Angeles is designed specifically for a guard who sets the pace and creates for teammates, thanks to Mark Walters' resources. They want the system to participate. They want that player to be the main attraction. They want her to act as a conduit for the whole offense.
I mean, Caitlin to the ground, and boom, that's a hand to the neck, and then Alyssa Thomas steps over her.
I mean, this is so disgusting, bro. Like, this is why AT get the type of commentary that she gets. It was unnecessary, bro. She literally punched.
But it's more than just coaching. It's the atmosphere of Indiana as a whole. Mercury versus Fever on June 24th, Alyssa Thomas is driving into a loose ball situation. She gives Clark a blow to the throat. With her fist clenched, Thomas gets to his feet. She looks down at Clark. She steps on her. The refs didn't see any of it. In the moment, the game kept moving forward. Clark sat down on the floor. White explained the calls that were missed as outrageous when she was later questioned about them by reporters. One game for hitting the league's most well-known player with a closed fist in the throat. Clark missed the next 2 games due to a back problem that got worse during the same game. After receiving a hit that ought to have resulted in an automatic suspension, the 24-year-old was given a 1-game suspension, termination, and a thorough league assessment.